we had 60 people coming in that night, and I had just stepped out to go get some milk, and he was, oh, that was another thing. We would provide the heat for all the bunks and the gyms with firewood. So there's huge amounts of firewood on the porches and so forth. And he was making his rounds through the bunks, make sure they're all warm and fire was going okay. And he was down at gym 1, and he was just happened to be coming out because he was done, and he heard Justin screaming, "Dad, there's fire, fire." And if
How old was Justin?
He would have been 6 or 7 at that point, yeah. And because if he would have been in the gym, Marlon wouldn't have heard him.
Yeah.
And so he came out, and Justin was in here trying to get. It started in our living room with the wood stove, and he was trying to get. They were trying to throw water on it, and saw that it wasn't gonna work, and so they called the fire company. And I was coming back, and I heard the fire sound. I thought, oh, January 10th, what a cold night. I was praying for whoever's having the fire. And I was coming up the road, and I saw these fire trucks coming up in front of me. And I thought, what the world? And they kept going up and coming up towards our place, and then I knew that it was coming up to our house. And I saw him and saw where the Justin is. And boys are up in the dining hall, you're okay. So, yeah.
Josiah, how old was Josiah as well?
He would have been 5.
Okay, because he was still in the house when Justin
Yeah,
ran
they both
to
were
get
there.
you.
Yeah.
And then
Justin told him to fill the buckets with water, so he was filling buckets with water. So
yeah, and I would have been 6 months pregnant because he
Yeah.
was born then in May.
Yeah.
Josh was.
so the fire that evening, the fire trucks got here the same time as the group arrived
Yeah.
from New York, I think. I'm not sure where they were from.
Yeah.
There was a bus came in, and we basically moved into the apartment, and we didn't really. Sharon didn't even look at the house at all until Monday. She had to be in the kitchen. The local women came in and helped us from the fire hall.
Yeah.
Came in and helped us serve the groups that weekend.
Yeah.
I didn't have to be in the kitchen.
Wow.
And then the local sewing class, they came in and gave us some clothes and blankets.
Toys for the children. Took up one.
And then the following weekend, there was about 100 men from the community came in and helped clean up. Following weekend, we had it framed up and under roof. And it took a long time from there. Although it wasn't that long, I guess. When the weekend before Josh was born, we moved in.
Oh wow.
Right?
Well, it was, yeah, very close to that.
I remember landing there on the new carpet. And we added onto it every time there was another child born, we added another wing. I think we added onto this house about 5 times.
Yeah.
Yep.
Wow.
Through that fire, the boys had a little a pocket testament that was laying on the nightstand in their room, and everything else was burned in that room, except for this nightstand. Got really charred, but the Bible didn't burn. And I still have the nightstand that's up in our bedroom, and there's a mark where the Bible was laying, and I still have the Bible that was laying there.
Thinking about some of the projects that Sharon and I worked on together, the chimneys around here we built. And the one that stands out to me the most, we didn't have money to borrow, well, we didn't know who we could borrow scaffolding from for the gym chimney. So we thought, well, we'll build our own. So we took
Scaffolding.
so we took some 2x6s, and we just kind of, put them together with straightened nails, whatever we could find. And so the process was you'd go out and you would find stones. So we didn't have tractor then. We didn't have a tractor then. So we would borrow the neighbor's tractor or a wheelbarrow, and we would get these stones and we'd make a pile, and then we would take each stone and you would move it up to the one layer of planks, and you climb up on that layer of planks and you would move up to the next layer of planks. And so I would place these stones, and then she would come and point them, and we kind of worked our way up to it. It took forever. But anyway, the day come, we're finished with this chimney, and we're thinking, how do we get the scaffolding down? Because we kind of built it as we went.
You
Yeah,
built
it
the
was
scaffolding as you
huge.
Right.
It was as tall as the chimney down here.
Yeah.
This is which chimney?
This is the gym chimney.
Jim one.
It looked big
First one
then.
we ever did.
Now that chimney looks little.
Yeah.
It looks awful big then. So we decided, well, we could probably take this down if we tie a rope to the truck, and we could just kind of let it go. But I told her, I said, okay, if this goes bad, just run. So we just started to let it go down, and I realized this isn't going good. I said, run. We went, and then the scaffolding came down, and it was splinters. It just crashed. It was, and we looked at each other and said, it's down.
Chimney's done.
No one around the camera to prove anything. But it was fun working together. I
Yeah.
really,
Still
I
is.
just really enjoyed that
We
a
like
lot.
working together a lot.
Yeah. I remember a time when, it was another Saturday morning. I was going up and flipping pancakes again, and I was just thinking, Lord, how many years will I flip pancakes? Because I just felt like it was at that time when, early on, we weren't planning on hiring anybody. This was a family business, and we thought that we had children coming, and they would eventually. But we knew we couldn't continue to grow at this rate, and yet it just seemed so demanding and redundant. And I was thinking, how long is this going to be? And it wasn't too long after that we started hiring some people.